Yo, what's cracking, people? Back here now. Check it out. Raw and Uncut has been the channel Raw and Uncut, my channel. As I told you in a video yesterday, but you haven't seen it because I have not released it yet, but I'm thinking of releasing it tonight on the Raw Content channel. My Raw and Uncut channel is down right now. They struck it yesterday, so I can't post anything on it for 7 days. But I got the backup channel, Raw Content, RAW space CAWNTENT, where I'm kicking raw and uncut material. So we'll call it Raw and Uncut 2. That's the page. Raw Content is Raw and Uncut 2, the backup page to Raw and Uncut. So those of you that's watching here, I appreciate you. I guess I got to build this up too. I'll go back and forth. I was originally just going to use this channel as a reaction channel anyway, but we're just going to go with it, see what comes from it. Everybody's talking about, you know what I'm saying, Ryan Garcia, right? The boxer. Or, yeah, I think he's a boxer, right? Yeah. I'm not real familiar with the guy. But the last few days, everything that's come out about him, I know a little bit about what he's talking about. I told people about what he's talking about 15, 20 years ago when Alex Jones first exposed it. So people saw his video of him flipping out, the stuff at the press conference, the back and forth, how he was changing in energies, then his video when he was out there in the boonies and the stuff that he was saying, and people were saying he's crazy. He was talking about Bohemian, I don't want to say the other stuff, but he was talking about all that stuff, and people are like, oh, he's crazy, he done flipped out, this guy done lost it, oh my God. People in the comments of those videos laughing at him, everybody calling him crazy. You know as well as I know, most of those comments on those threads, in those videos, they're bots, or they're people that are paid to go on there and comment to push that narrative that he's nuts and he's not in his right mind. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna play this video, and this is after he came back from being missing and all that, and he was reported that he was dead and all that type of stuff, the crazy stuff going on, right? This is the video after he popped back up and everything, and this is what he had to say, and I'm gonna react to this after, but I'm gonna play it because it's a short clip. So we'll play it and then we'll go from there. But remember, this right here, he's not crazy. This guy's not crazy. There's reasoning for all this. Just give me a second and we're gonna get into this.
Here to announce my return back to Instagram. Now, over these past couple of days, you guys have seen some pretty intense things. I understand what they are and I understand what they look like. But I'm coming back to announce I'm not going to speak on any other topic other than boxing, sports, and my fight. That's the only thing I'm going to be talking about. And I'm training for this fight. I want everybody to know this fight's still on. 420, 5 weeks of super focus. I have PBD helping me in this camp and many other warriors. So I thank you guys for the support. And I'll.
Now, if any of you know how this goes, how the get down goes in the entertainment industry, when you reach a certain level of fame, money, all that, you start meeting more people out there. What happens is, and you've heard this now from many different people, it's no secret. When I was talking about this 15 plus years ago, people were calling me nuts and me cray cray. I don't want to say the word, so I got to use a little bit of slang that I don't really use, but cray cray. They were calling me, oh, he's cray cray, he's cray, you know, whatever. This guy don't know what he's talking about. Okay, what happens with these guys, they reach a certain level of fame, fortune, right? And they start getting invited to these house gatherings, let's say, at these big old mansions out in the, you know, in the Hollywood Hills or in the Hamptons or in St. Thomas or in the Caribbean or wherever they might be. And it's to introduce them into the club. The same club that George Carlin used to talk about. Okay? The same club that Chappelle has talked about. The same club that Alex Jones has talked about for many years, and people said he's nuts. So what happened with Ryan Garcia is, he's gained some popularity the last few years. He's gotten some money. People know who he is. Started going to some of these parties. And he ended up at a party where it's his initiation into the club, which means that he's got to take it up the dookie chute. Let's just use that slang. He's got to take it up the dookie chute, if you know what I'm saying. The guys, the powers that be that run the stuff, they want to baptize him, if you know what I mean. He's all for it, so he wants to join. So he says, all right, I'll do it. Oh, well, it ain't nothing. I'm getting this fame and fortune. I'm going to the next level. I'm going to be world champ, whatever. If I don't know if he's won a belt yet. I think he has, but whatever. I'll get to stay up there for a longer time span. In other words, I'm going to be part of this club, part of this group of people that are very powerful. And he does it, and he thinks that's all he has to do. But when he's presented later on with other things that he must give up, other stuff he must give up, maybe even people he must give up, that didn't startle him too much. He's like, damn, getting stressed out about it or whatever. Starts doing more drugs, starts doing more drinking, going to more of these parties, falling more and more deep into that hole. And what happens next is what's going to explain all of this, what's gone on up to this video being made. Now, what we're going to do right here is, this is a quick announcement in between this video. This is raw and uncut. If you don't like it raw and you don't like it uncut, don't come to my channel. We're not like everyone else here. If you don't like me, you don't got to report me. Just don't come to my channel. Just leave me alone. I ain't bothering you. Don't bother me. Don't mess my stuff up. Leave me alone. You don't like me? Stay the hell away from my stuff. Stay off my channel. You got something to say? Do it while you're walking. I don't want to hear it. You got something to say? Say it in the comments. Message me. Call me. Do something. Email. Anything. But leave my channels alone. Now, raw and uncut. This is what happened to Ryan Garcia and why he is in the state where he is right now, and why he made this video retracting everything he already said. Now, I haven't seen the videos of him wigging out. The only video I saw where he's running in the woods and you can see all the stuff around, and I know what that is because I'm familiar with it. I've seen pictures and videos of it before. Somebody was telling me along the lines of what he said. I'm like, oh, I'm already up on this because we already know what it's about. We know what the industry's about. So once he's done this stuff, he's approached it, he's got to do more. That it's not just about taking it up the back door. It's not just about that. It's not just about maybe giving something up that he cares for very, very much, whatever that may be, or whoever that may be. It's not only about that. It's also, you got to sit here with us now, and you got to watch some stuff. We need to film you doing some things that you shouldn't be probably ever doing, so we can have some dirt on you. Oh, I don't want to do that. Ryan's like, I'm not going to do that. You have to do it. You're already in, dude. You got to do it. This is part of the last moving parts that you need to connect in order to finish this up so you could be a full member here and reap the benefits of a full member of this club. So he starts seeing this stuff that's going on, and I can't speak on it because they're going to end up banning me here and striking me here. I can't get into too much detail, but just imagine the worst things you could ever imagine seeing when it comes to little ones, to little tykes. I'm trying to say it without using the word so it doesn't trigger anything here. You follow me? Little ones. A bunch of us have little ones. We protect them with everything we got. Ryan Garcia is not he doesn't have a cold bone in his body, He's a boxer and all that, but you can see he's still soft. You could be a boxer and still be soft. So when he was presented with this other stuff, the last leg, let's say, so to speak, the last leg of what he needs to finish doing so he can become a full member. It was gruesome to him and it startled him. Because you don't even see this stuff in the movies. And that's when he wigged out. That's when he lost his mind. He bounced out of there. He took the first thing smoking up out of there. Went, got his phone as he was leaving and tried to tell people everything that was happening right then and there on social media, trying to get it out as fast as possible because he wanted the rest of the world that doesn't know to know what's really going on and what they're really going to do, because he didn't want to be all the way in it. He was trying to protect himself. A few people have done this in the years. I'm not going to mention their names because it's going to trigger something here. But if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. But this message to you is to you guys, to the people out there calling him crazy and dismissing him. It's like Chappelle said, the easiest thing to say to somebody in this state, oh, they're crazy. They don't know what they're doing, because it's dismissive. It dismisses everything they say. That way you're not believed and you're not believable. So the narrative out there has been that this guy's off his rocker, he's getting crazy, he's doing too much drugs, all these things. That way, when he came out with the video and everything else that he was saying, that don't believe him. He's on that West stuff, that K West stuff. He's on that Chappelle stuff. He's on this stuff. He's on that. He's on that Cat Williams stuff. The reason he's making this video, because when it came down to actually get rid of him, he begged for his life. He begged for his life and he said, I'm sorry, I will do whatever you want me to do. I will do whatever you want me to do. So yeah, we're back. And Ryan Garcia was, when they were getting ready to, whoever they send, their mercenaries, their professional whack jobbers, let's just call them that, professional whackers, to get him, I believe he was going to be sacrificed at Bohemian Grove. And he tried to get away. He tried to get away. Obviously, they got a hold of him. That was in that time frame before this video came out. And the video that we just watched, the audio was real low on it, but if you listen, you can hear that he's saying, I'm not going to talk about nothing else but boxing. I'm only going to focus on this. Because he ended up reneging on him not wanting to join fully, and now he's joined fully because he was scared to die. He knows who he's dealing with now. He knows what it's really about. It ain't what he thought it was. He's in too deep now. He can't turn back. So what this is them catching him and telling him, well, if you want to be in and you don't want us to get rid of your ass, what you got to do is you're going to come out and this is what you're going to say. And you're going to say this, and you're going to say this. You're not going to talk about nothing. You're not going to come out with no more crazy stuff. You're not going to be trying to expose us, because if you do, you already see no one's going to believe you. We control everything. We control all the media. Nobody's going to believe you, Ryan. So it's easier for you just to do what we want you to do and reap the benefits of your money and your fame and just have fun living this luxurious life. Don't worry about the things you have to do for us later on. Just worry about now. Calm down. We're not going to hurt you. We're not going to kill you. Ryan, just relax. That's what they told him. He didn't want to die. Now, I will bet my bottom dollar that if people on social media, when he was crying out for help and all that, and people were laughing at him and calling him crazy and dismissing him and all that, and nobody was listening to him. Had the effect been the other way around, where everybody's listening to him and there's very few people making fun of him, I believe he wouldn't have came back to do this. I believe he wouldn't have came back and reneged and said, oh, you know, where he's at right now. Because people would have been believing him and he would have got some type of protection to at least save him for the time being. You know, some kind of resources would have helped something because it would have been out there and everybody's believing what he's saying. Therefore, well, we can't get rid of him now because everyone's believing that we're here and that we're involved. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to him being crazy, no. The people out there calling him crazy, you people are the crazy ones because you don't want to believe what's really going on out there. You guys don't want to believe what's really happening to this guy is true. Sorry, I keep running into some issues here, but we're back. They don't want to believe what he says because to them, they can't comprehend it. You want to know why? Because you have been brainwashed. You have been programmed by entertainers, athletes, media, all these big head honchos. You guys have been programmed by all of it. You've been programmed not to believe people that say things like this. You've been programmed that this doesn't exist. And it does. A lot more people know about it now than they did 20, 25 years ago when I was digging the stuff up, when I was looking through things and reading stuff and all that and researching and doing my homework on stuff. The Grove, I don't want to say the word bohemian, but the stuff that he's talking about is very, very true. It's been exposed years ago. It's not fake. It is very, very real. And the fact that you people want to laugh at this dude instead of even maybe just giving him an ounce of your ear to listen to what the dude said is sad. But this should be a lesson to all of you that want to get into the entertainment business. You all want to be athletes. You want to be at the top tier. You want to be rich. You want to be famous. You want the fortune. You want everything. Understand what the hell you're getting into before you get into it. All you parents that want your kids to be an actor, or you want them to be dancers, or you want them to be in sports and all that. Understand what comes with that. Understand who's running it. Understand who's calling the shots. And understand why they want your children there. Understand it. Ryan Garcia didn't know what he was getting into when he started going to these parties. Oh, this is, yeah, it's the big life. It's the big time. This is luxury. All the celebrities, they're all in on it. He found out what it's really about. And he wigged out. Just like Bernie Mac did. And others. See, but Bernie Mac never got a chance to speak on it. Because they knew Bernie Mac was real and that you couldn't make people believe that he was crazy. So they got rid of him really pretty quick. And his own people did it. I ain't going to speak on much more of that because they're probably going to flag this as it is. But Ryan Garcia found out what it really was about and he wanted out. But once it was time to die, no, he begged and pleaded for his life. And some people are sitting back there, oh, how the hell do you know? You don't know nothing about this. It's common sense because this is what happens to all of them. Then when you don't go fully through with it, Tupac Shakur, Whitney Houston, figure it out. I don't want to say any more names. But when you get into it with these people and you start opposing these people, speaking on things that you shouldn't speak of, or attacking people that they are associated with, like Pimp C, what happened to him? Because Pimp C wouldn't be, you couldn't convince me that he's crazy. You ain't gonna be able to convince me that he don't know what the hell he's talking about. He was speaking on some people that are pretty high powered in the business, then and now. And you can't do that and get away with it. They're not going to let you get away with it. Either way, you will be sacrificed. This dude, Ryan Garcia, keep an eye on him. You think that it's weird what he was doing? This ain't weird. It's the truth. You people that are calling him crazy, you are the crazy ones because you can't really see what's going on right in front of you. What's real, you think is fake. And what is fake, you think is real. And that's why you are all F-U-C-K-E-D. Fucked. All of you. because you are in a haze. You got a haze going on in front of you. You're looking at a mirage. Your brain don't even belong to you no more. They've already brainwashed you and they control you. I want to go to a baseball game. I want to go watch football. I want to go see this comedian. I want to go see this actor, this movie. I want to go. What are you doing on the weekends? Drinking, probably watching movies, or something to do with the entertainment industry. Either you're going to Vegas, you're going to New York, you're going to LA, you live there, whatever it may be. You don't give a damn about this because it's not happening to you. But just understand what this man was saying is the truth. Whether you believe it or not, there's many people like me that know when we saw pieces of it, we knew he was telling the truth because we already know. We've done our homework. So there's guys like me that have to come out and speak about this so people like you might get a little ounce of it into your brain to understand this man is not crazy. You're crazy for thinking he's crazy when he's trying to tell you straight up like so many others have tried before him. I guess they were all crazy too, right? No, they're not crazy. The situation that they're in is crazy. And this is Raw and Uncut. And we've been Raw and Uncut on Raw Content and Raw and Uncut YouTube channels. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Stay in touch. Stay vigilant. Stay watching. I appreciate you. And let's just keep this rolling. You want more stuff like this? Let me know. You got any questions about this? Put it in the comments. Thank you very much. And we're going to catch you on the next one. Peace.